Imagine getting into bed one night and then waking up on a train. No memory of how you got there. No clue where you're heading. But instead of panicking or asking questions, you look around. You see everyone else laughing, pointing, chatting, like it's the most normal thing in the world. So what do? You shrug your shoulders and just join in and start pointing and laughing with them.
That, my friends, was my life. That, if we were honest, is most people's lives.
We're born into a system, government, culture, media, that's been rolled in along long before we arrived. And instead of asking, how did I get here? What is the purpose of all of this? Where is this train even going? We just go along for the ride. We live, without even knowing it, inside an invisible prison. A system so well maintained, so comfortable, so distracting that we rarely even notice the bars. Governments manage what we think is truth. Media decides what we should care about. Power structures dictate what we believe is normal and good. For years, the media and governments have shaped our beliefs, conditioning us to accept what we are told without question. Independence thought is discouraged because the moment we start seeking the truths for ourselves, their hold over us begins to crumble. They fear an awakened public because knowledge is the key to breaking free from the system that keeps us enslaved. Lies become truths, and truths become lies. We end up lost amongst the smoke and chaos. Take a moment, look around, both in the present and throughout history. There's been a pattern that's hard to ignore. Western powers, particularly in Europe and North America, have consistently targeted one religion more than any other. Not Christianity, not Judaism, not Hinduism, not Buddhism, not Sikhism, but Islam. Why is that? What makes Islam such a threat to the global elite who seek control? Historically, we've seen this through events like the Crusades, the colonial invasion of the Muslim world, and the carving up of the Middle East after World War One. More recently, the invasion of Iraq and Afghanistan, the drone wars in Pakistan and Yemen, and the bombing of Libya and Palestine. These are not isolated incidents. They're part of a broader, systematic campaign that has been going on for many centuries. Meanwhile, in the media, in the UK and US, they have played a powerful role in shaping public opinion against Islam. False headlines have pushed fear and division. Muslim extremists threaten Western values. Sharia law taking over. Islamic groom gangs. These are not just words, they're psychological tools used to create fear, suspicion, and compliance. So ask yourself, why is this relentless focus on Islam? Could it be the truth behind Islam, its values, its resistance to domination, and the challenge to unjust power structures poses a serious problem to those who seek to control the world? When people discover what Islam truly teaches, they begin to see the truth beyond the invisible prison. The lies, the smoke screens, and those in power have carefully constructed. They cannot afford for this to happen because once the truth is known, their control starts to slip. This is the agenda.
But something unexpected happened to me. Islam woke me up. You see, Islam was not what I initially thought it was. Unlike other religions, it possesses unique qualities and depth that validate its teachings and help distinguish truth from falsehood. The Quran is the only scripture in the world that actually claims it is from God. No other scripture claims this. The preservation of the Quran is the only major religious scripture that has remained completely unchanged since it was revealed over 1400 years ago. The Quran is considered a linguistic miracle for its unmatched eloquence, structure, rhythm, and style, something poets and linguists have acknowledged since its revelation. Also, the unique composition. Unlike other scriptures, the Quran is not arranged in chronological or by subject, yet it remains deep coherence across its verses. Science and astrological insights. The Quran contains descriptions that align with modern scientific understandings, such as embryology, expanding universe, water cycle, and the protective role of the atmosphere. We have astrological observations where verses describe celestial bodies in orbit, the layer structure of the sky, and the phases of the moon. Many centuries before modern astronomy, prophecies have also been historically fulfilled, such as the defeat of the Romans and the preservation of the pharaoh's body, and the list goes on and on. It's inconceivable that a man living in the desert 1400 years ago could have produced a book like this. Any sincere, intelligent person, regardless of background or academic credentials, must ultimately come to the conclusion that this has to be a direct, unchanged message from our Creator. It's an invitation from our Maker to start asking questions. Don't believe everything you are told without evidence and proof, and to question everything. Islam taught me that blind belief in anything isn't true belief at all. The Quran doesn't say just follow blindly. It constantly challenges us. Will you not reason? Do they not reflect? Do they not use their intellect? Over and over again, it commands you. Think, question, seek evidence. Before Islam, I had never really been encouraged to question the foundations of my life. The media told me what was important, the politicians told me what to fear, and the celebrities told me what to desire. Schools taught me what to think, but not how to think. Islam ripped those walls down. It made me ask who created me, why am I here, and who actually has the right to tell me what's right and what's wrong. In the UK, where I'm from, and the West, we think we're free, but most of us are just choosing from a pre-approved menu of ideas and lifestyles. True freedom isn't just doing whatever you want, it's knowing why you're doing it and doing it with a purpose. Don't you want to know the truth? Or are you content just living day to day, never questioning, even though the truth is right at your fingertips? I couldn't bury my head in the sand and pretend anymore. I owe it to myself, my ancestors, and to future generations to seek the truth and accept it no matter how uncomfortable it may be. Because the only way we win is not through violence or physical resistance, but through the power of truth. That's our greatest weapon. Islam gave me that purpose, not based on the latest trends, not based on a politician's speech, and not based on what Dave down the pub told me, but based on evidence, based on truth, and based on reality. Here's why Islam breaks the invisible prison. Islam encourages free thinking. There's no compulsion in religion. Belief must come from free, rational choice, not force. Islam roots you in purpose. And I did not create mankind except to worship me. Quran 51:56. You are not random. You have meaning. You are far more valuable than you want. You see, Islam demands evidence. Islam never says, just believe. It says, bring your proof if you are truthful. Blind faith, not here. Islam liberates from human tyranny. Instead of man-made rules that change with every government, Islam gives divine, unchanging justice. Islam gave me the tools to break out of the invisible prison. It helped me to stop walking around blindly. It taught me to live consciously with knowledge, purpose, and real freedom of my heart and mind and soul. And now I'm inviting you. Stop sleepwalking. Stop laughing along with the crowd without knowing where the train is heading. Stop accepting answers you haven't even questioned before time runs out. Ask questions. Seek the truth. Find your key and open the door to real freedom. Peace and Assalamu alaikum.